L'idée se paie cher.
He touched it! He touched it with his hand!
I feel a lot of passion about the lack of parity, the lack of equality of women across all levels. I think the myth is that we have equality, that we have parity.
Absolutely.
I think we still have a long way to go. I think there's been a great strides in terms of women in society, women in organisations. There's been focus on developing women in more senior roles at leadership levels. But we're still a long way to go.
But Belinda says it's because of the choices that women make.
But I think we do have choices, and I think feminism isn't against choice. I think the idea of feminism is that we have the opportunity to choose between what we want to do, whether we want to work, whether we don't want to work, whether we have careers, whether we don't. It's all about choice.
There are a couple of things there. I don't think feminism is about choice. It's actually put women in a situation where now we're much more compelled to work than we ever were before. We're forced to go out and leave our children in childcare at much earlier ages. And let's look at the facts. If we look at the facts, who lives 5 years longer? Women do. Who constitute the majority of homeless? About 95% of the homeless and rough sleepers. Men do. In all these different areas, who constitutes about 79% of the suicide rate? Who makes up who gets sentenced for longer times? Men do. It's hard. Who gets less funding on healthcare? Men do. It's hard to find one area where women are disadvantaged in relation to men.
The left are loving to silence us.
Not in my name.
What isn't in your name?
What isn't my name? This increasing move towards discrimination, racism, misogyny. You know, we're the other 98% whatever.
The 98% of what?
We're the other 98%.
Well, 53% of women voted for Donald Trump.
I know, it's very sad.
So 98% of who?
Go and interview someone else. Tired, cold.
That's a shame. Tired, cold. That's what we're up against today, I guess. Can we ask why you're here today?
Nah.
Why do you hate Trump?
I hate Trump because he's really so. What is he? He's just a dickhead with an orange face.
Why is he a dickhead?
Because he wants to shag his daughter.
When did he say that?
He said he would shag his daughter if it wasn't his daughter.
No, he said that he was actually making a flattering comment about her, saying maybe if I was her age, I would do something like that. But he didn't actually say he would shag his daughter. So why do you have such a hatred for men who compliment women's looks?
Because I just...
Do you think people shouldn't compliment women and say that they find them attractive?
Yes, but when Russians apparently have footage of him also with women from pageants in hotel rooms, it's a bit...
Well, that was a fake rumour made up by fake news. Where did you hear that?
It's funny, he said he can't stop, he just kisses them and he can't stop kissing them. That's what he said.
I mean, he didn't say that he would forcibly carry on kissing a woman. He just said, I couldn't stop, as in I really wanted to. So wanting to do something and putting it in practice are different.
But we...
I figure out why. You're mad about violence. Because white people in this country have the power. Whether you want it or not, go to take a basic sociology class, take a basic sociology class, educate yourself about your privilege and about race is a dominant race. It's not a twisted thinking. Educate yourself before you open.
I have one simple question.
But educate yourself. And I will. And ask you. And it doesn't matter because you're trying to tell me it's this way. And I'm not trying to tell you it's a certain way. But you're trying to tell me that I'm not educated. I'm very educated. I've dealt with a lot. I've been in the States. You're in denial of your privilege. Yes, no, I'm not
what privilege?
White privilege.
White privilege. You know, last time I checked, I got pulled over just like everybody else. Cop tells me to get out of the car, I got to get out like everybody else.
You don't have to fear getting shot. shot and killed, didn't
You got a fear of getting shot anytime?
African Americans and Latinos are disproportionately affected more than whites in terms of police brutality and in terms of our court system. So do not tell me that you do not have white privilege.
No, what I do want to ask you is you walk around with signs that say "fuck Trump, fuck racism," while there's children.
What's wrong with fuck racism?
Well, there's children here. You think it's cool to scream "fuck Trump"?
Black and brown children, our children have to be scared because of their skin color.
So they got to hear. Wait. So they got to hear your foul language. They got to hear you guys saying "fuck racism."
We gotta hear Donald Trump say
No, wait. Forget about Donald Trump. No, it's not a double thing. It's not a double thing. So you're saying you can do something wrong because he did something wrong?
That's you.
I'm listening to you.
No, you're
but
not.
it doesn't make sense.
I know it doesn't because you have you're like this.
We have
That's
different
what.
types of people.
I'm sorry, but by your line of reasoning, oh yeah, they're going to avoid it now.
It's a reality that
Excuse me,
you
I'm
don't
gonna
want
avoid
to.
what?
The question.
To
What
acknowledge.
question?
It's okay for you to run around screaming "fuck this" and "fuck that," "fuck racism," "fuck Donald Trump," with his kids around, while there's children around. Respectable what? Other people's children?
People, you know what? Our brown and black children are being disrespected
All
right now.
kids are being disrespected with you running around screaming "fuck this," "fuck that."
I'm gonna talk about racism, and I'm not gonna be polite about it. Because you know what? I'm pissed.
So it's okay for you to do that while there's kids around. I'm asking you. I'm asking you if that's okay for you to run around yelling "fuck this," "fuck that" while there's children around. That's deplorable. Yeah, of course you don't need to answer me because you know you're wrong. Yeah, it is.
You have to turn your energy into
I mean, we're not talking about adults. We're talking about kids now. You're walking around yelling "fuck this," "fuck that" in front of children, and that's okay.
That's a fact.
How I need to talk.
Well, what are you going to do?
I'm just asking you if it's okay for you to do that in front of children. And I have the right to stand here. And I have the right to stand here and film. That's America.
Yeah,
This is how Hillary supporters avoid the question. Well, this is how.
That's how ignorant you are. That you assume that everyone here is in the
Well, who did you vote for? That's what I thought. That's what I thought. I love how they avoid the question. So then be proud. Be proud. You voted for somebody, right? So be proud of who you voted for. Okay, you know what? Let's No, you came into our space. We've been standing here all day. You came into our space. I'm not walking away. I'm not walking away. That's not how this works. You came into my space and you want me to walk away? It doesn't work like that, lady.
You know what? You know how many times I've had to retreat from you?
Listen, we've been standing here since 9 o'clock this morning. We've been here since 9 o'clock this morning. You came into my space. I've been standing here since 9 o'clock this morning. Yes.
I have to answer your fucking questions.
Right?
Yeah, you see? I'm not bothering you.
So, give him a shot. Let him try.
I'm standing here just like you're standing here.
Right to be here. You do not tell me to leave. If you walk
You just told me to leave. You just told me to leave.
Don't get frustration. No
Double standards.
Come on. Calm down.
You just told me to
You need
leave.
to calm down. Okay, calm down. Please. It's okay. It's okay. She is talking her point of view. You told
This
me
is
your
what
point
happens
of
when,
view.
when you...
Don't get
If you don't agree with what they're
He is
saying, this is what
he
happens.
American president. You can't change it. That's a reality.
You
Okay,
absolutely
that's a
do.
That's a fact. Yeah,
She
you
has
can't
the right to be
change that.
angry.
That's
But
a
now,
reality.
she's
You cannot
telling
vote
us
you
to
don't like it,
leave.
don't
Meanwhile,
vote him.
we're here since 9 o'clock this
Before you
morning.
had to vote
You came into
somebody
our space.
Oh, come on. I don't
Are you the one bitching
Yeah,
about
yeah, doesn't make any sense.
Not at all. She is. She just asked me to leave a space I've been in all day.
Are you one complaining about us being in this space?
I'm not complaining about it.
She was. Are you with her?
Well, I'm with her, so what does that mean? I'm not complaining about it, but I'm not. That's deflecting. I'm not. You're talking to me. I have nothing to do with her.
So what's your... do you have a question or something?
The question is, no, it's not even a question. I'm pointing out the fact that I'm standing here since 9 o'clock this morning. She walks up here, I ask her a question she doesn't like, and then tells me to leave.
I'm not going to answer your...
You don't have to answer my question, that's fine, but don't tell me to leave.
I'll answer to you.
Everybody is right to be
If
here.
it's okay for you to run around screaming "fuck this, fuck that" when there's children around you,
Yes.
Don't teach us
in front of children.
how to vote.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
So drop it and stop asking us questions. If you have another question, but the answer to that one is yes.
Really? Because I was going to ask if you're an idiot. I was going to ask if you're an idiot.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you think so. I really think that about you.
Have somebody in the White House with views that are so degrading to women. If somebody like that, and with his views in the White House today, I don't know what hope we have for the rest of women across the world. I think that the danger that we have here is that these men have got platforms with which they can disseminate these views to a much wider audience. I mean, last night we had Piers Morgan who took to his Twitter account and he branded feminists, rabid feminists, women that were protesting.
But the protests are really inconsistent, because I've not seen any protest against the Saudi government, even though people know that for years women have not been allowed to drive or do anything.
We have so many amazing feminists, so many amazing women who are protesting, and these are obviously women who recognise the fact that women in Saudi and other countries as well, not just in Islamic countries, who are being discriminated against, who don't have the same access to education, to healthcare, to
that's part of the struggle, obviously.
Yeah, it's part of a wider struggle.
Belinda, hi.
I think the important thing is that we're talking about feminism in this country, we're talking about women in this country. We should not be using the terrible situations of women and men in developing countries to boost the feminist campaign. Speaking personally as a woman, I don't feel I have ever experienced disadvantage
Are you a
by
feminist?
virtue. Absolutely not. No. I'm strongly opposed to feminism, and this idea are things stacked against women. When I look around me, the evidence is pointing to actually things are stacked against men. I mean, if you look at the education system, all the way through, boys are disadvantaged in relation to girls, resulting in 33% more women ending up at university, resulting in the fact that up to the age of 35, women are actually earning slightly more than men. There are all kinds of ways. When I look around,
but women have to do so much better and achieve much more to achieve something to get to the same level.
That is a complete myth. That is a complete myth. The reason why women are not at the same level in politics is because of choices we make. We prioritise our families and our private lives more than men do. We are not talking about inequality.
I don't think you heard me.